so we got our fancy hook and the slotted tungsten bead in the vise. The slot is going directly up, so the bead is stopped. And now I'm going to create a little dam or barrier holding it up. So to make this quicker, grab that tag end as well. Wrap the tag and your thread at the same time. That's going to make the bulk faster. That essentially doubles the thread diameter from, this is 140, so that would make it 280. And then we're just going to keep wrapping, create a really good taper, or like a ramp essentially, that will start right at the hook point and then go smoothly all the way up to the bead. And you want that to be pretty tight around the bead, because if that thing rolls, then it basically will make the fly fall apart. But that's where we're going to be starting everything, right at the hook point there. And I'm going to just take my thread up to the bead. Alright, so now we're going to grab some deer hair. This is just white deer hair. And I'll grab this so you can see. And I usually make it so the tips are pointed at me. So that way I can just slide my scissors in and snip out a little portion. You can see it's not a crazy amount. Just pull out all the small fibers at the base, and then all of the really tall fibers at the other end. You want them all to be pretty much even, because on this fly is not meant to float, obviously. So the more deer hair you put on, the more this will cause it to float a little bit more. We're just evening up those tips. Take it out, and everything is nice and even. It's a little big clump. Just take a little bit more out of it. And now we're going to make the tail be the same distance as the hook. So just measure it on your hook, transfer that over. I come up with my scissors and cut this perfectly straight so it will tie right in. All those tips are going to be secured. A couple fibers I'm just going to take out there. And we're just going to hold down on that and tie with a pretty moderate tension all the way down to where that hook point starts. And then wrap back up. Do a couple of those. Keep everything down with pretty tight. Once you get the whole thread layer down, you can see it's a pretty even taper all the way up. Now we have some chenille. This is just white. So now I'm just going to take it and rip the tip portion off, just like you see there. So it's exposed, and I'm going to do a very healthy layer of super glue. This is the magic that keeps this fly going forever. And then we're going to place down the exposed core, just the string, chop it, make it even. And I'm just going to tie the string, or the very core of the chenille, to the body, and that's what's going to keep it really strong and make sure that it never unslips, because not only have you tied it in by the core, but there's super glue all over this puppy. So make your thread wrap perfect, because you're not going to get a second chance. And then I'm going to do 2 wraps around that. Again, the super glue's pretty much got it at this point. 1 wrap in front. This is why it's nice to have a vise that rotates, because I just rotate it to the side, come in here, snip the bottom, and then whip finish 2 times, and then you are done. It's a really easy jig pattern for crappie or shad or anything that eats a little tiny white and red minnow. So really any fish. But that's it. In the water, this thing is going to float hook point up, so you're going to snag less, and it's a great little pattern.